That is a good cup of joe. Actually, what does a cup of joe refer to? It refers to coffee, right? I don't drink coffee. I've made myself a very nice chai, a chai tea, although I put oat milk in it, but you know. So exciting things are happening. Mitch and I are going to a wedding. The wedding's tomorrow. It's for some family, which is wonderful. So it means we're going to be visiting the Atherton Tablelands, which is where Mitch and I are both from initially, here in Queensland. And it's going to be really exciting. There's some beautiful spots and some incredible, just excuse the crazy cat in the background. Yuki! What are you doing? She's, I've put the cat travel bags out and she's having a good time with them, one could say. I'll try and show you. In any case, we are going to the Atherton Tablelands. It's going to be lovely. So much fresh produce is grown there, which is really nice. So it'd be a lovely time to go in spring before it's too hot. It should be nice and cool there. In Townsville here, it's starting to get very hot. I know like yesterday it was already like over 30 degrees Celsius inside the house. It was hotter outside. So for the first time since summer at the start of the year, we had to put the aircon on yesterday because our PCs just won't run in the heat very well. Like they will run. It's just it heats up the room so much that it's so hard to concentrate. And Mitch has a lot on his plate with his thesis and everything and sort of coming into crunch time with his degree or degrees. This will be a nice little getaway, a nice little break. We're just going for the weekend because Mitch has other commitments to come back to with his university degrees and everything. So it's gonna be awesome. We're taking Jasper and Yuki. We're not taking Mango, which is the ginger cat that we're looking after at the moment, because Mango hasn't been too well. She's just got a viral eye infection is kind of what the vet said that it was. She is now on some eye drops and some other medications, and she's really picked up now. So she's really looking good now. She was not having a great time earlier. She's doing really well. I think she'll absolutely get better from here. She's just every day she's picking up and getting more energy and getting more appetite and everything. So that's really nice. But we thought we'd leave her here because we're already taking a dog and 2 cats, and we are staying at a family's house. So they have to stay in the room. It's a really big room, but still, it's better to have less if we can. That is the plan. It's going to be very exciting. I thought you guys could come along and it's going to be great. I'm still going to be reading the Trader Baru Coleman. I know, I'm slow. I've mentioned it in like the last 3 videos, but I'm just, hello, beautiful. Speak of the Yuki, and here she is. Hello. Hello, baby. I know I've talked about that book in the last like 3 videos, but look, I'll read a few things at a time. I just finished an audiobook actually. It was called like The Red Gambit. My goodness, it was so weird. It was like an action-packed like space opera kind of, but it wasn't really on space. It was actually on Earth, but there was like aliens that came. It's not really a space opera then, is it? Oh, thank you, Toby. You always gotta grace the camera with your presence. Yeah, it honestly just felt like if there was a side quest for Guardians of the Galaxy and Iron Man was with them. Okay, no, let's scratch that. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy had a side quest where Peter Quill had an Iron Man suit. That's literally the whole book. Yeah, that really sums it up. So if you're into that and very like action, quippy sort of smart ass kind of lines and that kind of thing, then you'd like it. I personally don't really like action-packed books like that kind of action. I feel like they look really good in movies, but I think they're very difficult to do in books. I prefer a lot of political intrigue, a lot of complex character dynamics, a lot of emotional sort of battles and toil, that sort of thing. I really like complexity in the books that I read. I appreciate that. I mean, considering that Robin Hobb is my favorite author of all time, and I've read almost all of her books, there's only like the Shaman's Crossing series trilogy that I haven't read. I haven't read the Dragon, I don't remember what it's called, but the Dragon trilogy. And then she has like a standalone, it's not a novel, It's like a collation of stories that are relevant to the world that she's created for all of the other books that are in that world. If you've read her stuff, you know what I'm saying. She's got a whole world and it's like relevant stories from that world, rather than its own sort of novel, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm pretty sure I've read all of her other works except those ones. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I do want to read next something maybe a little bit more spooky, a little bit more fall Halloween themed. I know in the Southern Hemisphere it's spring and I'm trying to love it, but I keep seeing everyone online having such a good time with fall because most media is in the Northern Hemisphere, well, is from the Northern Hemisphere, which is experiencing fall at the moment, or autumn, and we're just not having that, and it makes me have serious FOMO. So I'm gonna be doing a few little activities of maybe some baking, little bits and pieces, maybe watching a fall movie. I actually haven't seen some really iconic sort of fall movies. I might choose some of those later and have a look to see, because I don't have a lot of subscription services because they add up and they get very expensive. So check a comment below of what sort of book really screams autumnal vibes down below. I don't know, I was thinking maybe I could try reading, I don't know, I had some ideas. No, I didn't. No, I didn't have any ideas. I've even seen people recommend heaps of books, but I just haven't. I don't know. I need some recommendations, people. I was thinking maybe reading a thriller or something because I don't usually read thriller. But I feel like thriller for me is I'm gonna make it more of a during winter, maybe a sprinkle in November as well. October, I'm definitely gonna read some more like Halloween murder mystery stuff because I really want to get into that vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So there's much to do. I have to pack. Mitch is busy. He's got to go to classes and things before we head out this morning. From where we are in Townsville to the Atherton Tablelands, it's like a 4-ish hour drive depending on traffic and more so depending on roadworks. Roadworks is such a big thing in Australia and it's so irritating, but because drives are so long, yeah, it's really hard to maintain really big roads all the time. So there's always some part of construction on roads happening. Yeah, it's just something we gotta deal with, I guess. That is the plan. I need to go and pack some stuff. I cannot for the life of me figure out what I want to wear. So I'm going to take you along with me. Not that you can respond to me right now, but moral support. You'll be moral support. Thank you. Look, I need some honest opinions. I'm not sure. I've only got like 1, 2, 3, like I've got like 4 options. I don't own really nice stuff for a wedding. Now, it's meant to be like a casual wedding because like in the bush, we have to wear appropriate shoes, if you know what I mean. This is option 1. I think the camera makes this look darker than it is. This is like a navy. No, it's not navy. It's more like a royal blue kind of color. Anyway, it's quite cute. It's not too long. I mean, it's not too long, it's not too short. It's a good length. This is one option. And no, I'm not trying them all on right now. That's a pretty good option. I haven't worn this for a long time. I think I've had this since I was like 13. I probably haven't worn it since then anyway, so. Okay, this red one, you guys would have seen in my op shop haul recently with like the dark sort of academia cottagecore vibes. Look, I love the color. It's such a vibrant red. And I always have the undershirt, which is a beautiful ribbed white tee. And it just looks so elegant. Anyway, I'm not sure if it's quite nice enough to be wedding material. You know what I mean? Does it look nice enough to be wedding material? I don't know. Maybe? Yes? I'm gonna have to choose one of these. Anyway, third option. Very sort of like autumnal actually, funnily enough. Very autumnal. So it's this really nice V-neck, very like whimsical. Look at this, woo! Sort of skirt, and then it's just got like a sash to tie around the waist. This is really nice. It's very like light. It has really nice sort of frilly, not frilly sleeves, but just like free sleeves. I don't know why I'm jiggling it so much, but it has really free sleeves. Anyway, I think it's really cute. It's a definite option. These are all about the same-ish length, which is like kind of just about to knee. So that's another option. This last option, I don't know. This is very whimsical. Look at the frills, my friends. Look at these frills. So very frilly. Also quite autumnal, but this is also very comfortable. It is longer. This is much longer. So this goes down like halfway down the shins kind of thing. I'm pretty short, so keep that in mind. Consensus, I'm not sure. So I guess considerations for each outfit. I am kind of worried that the red one might be a little bit too casual, and I'm worried that the longer sort of frilly yellow one will be a little bit too whimsical. Maybe it's like a little bit too bam in your face, you know what I mean? I think I'm starting to really lean towards the blue. I think it seems like a safe option. Or the yellow, the shorter yellow one. Shorter yellow, blue elegant. Should I go for more elegant? Should I go for a lighter color? I think I'll pack them both. We can decide some other time. So now we're back at home base. I just rearranged the bookshelf. You can see there's kind of like pumpkin here. There is one there, but you can't really see it in frame. But in any case, I'm trying this sort of vlog to embrace a more autumnal vibe. Even though it's spring here in the Southern Hemisphere, I get FOMO, man. I see so many people posting really fun stuff about fall in the Northern Hemisphere. And I'm like, can I have some of that, please? Just a little? Can we share? So I thought I'd do a couple of little activities that were a little bit more autumnal, a little bit more fall vibes. So I thought I'd get all of my like red, orange books and I put them on the shelf behind me. And I know a rainforest candle's not really, I suppose, the right smell, but we're gonna overlook it, all right? You guys are gonna overlook it. Just sort of got the color theme happening. I don't really have autumnal decor at all or fall decor because we don't have a lot of money. So like we can't buy that stuff. So I'm just using what I've got. You guys get me. Next up is I am going to make some kind of like little pumpkin, like little dairy-free pumpkin vegan cheesecake things. There's a lot of descriptors in there. But so yeah, some kind of little cheesecakes that involves roasting some pumpkin. Now, fun fact, if you're not in the Southern Hemisphere, did you guys know? Or even if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, because I didn't know this, I was looking in the shops for like your pumpkin puree, you know, like how you guys get it in a can. Oh my goodness. Our shops just don't really sell it. You can get it, but guess how much it costs per can? I'll give you a second to have a guess. Have you guessed? So it's $15 per can. This is like a 400-gram can, like your standard can. There's nothing special about this can. $15! Like diced tomatoes in comparison, folks, is like 90 cents for a 450 or 400-gram can. Pumpkins grow in Australia all year round. Because of the weather here, I mean, there's patches of Australia where they wouldn't grow as good at certain times of the year. But in general, pumpkins in Australia grow at all times of the year, particularly in Queensland, because it's always sunny. Go figure. And you'd think that then that would mean that pumpkin items are more easily available, but they're not. It's a crime, really. It's a crime. So I have to make my own pumpkin puree, which kind of like sets me back an extra step. But we're gonna get in the kitchen. We're gonna make these little pumpkin cheesecake-a-madoobs. And I think I'm also gonna make, there was something else I was thinking of making. I can't remember what it was now. You might see it later if I remember it. If not, I'll probably just make the little cheesecakes. Trying to embrace a little bit of the spice that you guys have. Maybe I could make a little pumpkin spice latte. Although I don't drink coffee. Can you imagine me on caffeine? I like my life as it is, but sped up probably isn't a great idea, considering that I usually have quite a lot of energy most of the time. I also dressed up in some more autumnal sort of wear. It looks a little bit spooky, a little bit special. I really like it. I hope you guys enjoy this outfit. I even did my hair in little braids, kind of like Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about. Also, the wedding and up to the table ends is really nice. Stop dinging! The weather was literally 15 degrees Celsius less than it was here in Townsville. And it's only 4 hours away. I don't even know how that works. It's insane. It was rainy. Oh, it gave off all the autumnal vibes. But I didn't have time at all to really embrace that because we had a lot of jobs to do. There was a lot to do. I got a few little clips which you guys would have seen, but my goodness, I basically got no time to do any filming or really embrace that or reading. I thought I was gonna like go through a whole book and finish my Trader Baru Cormont and then start on another autumnal book, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Sorry, there is like a hair on my chin, and you know how like a hair, you can feel it on your face and it tickles you, and you just want to like slap yourself, but you can't, we're moving on. In any case, the wedding was really lovely. Everything was really beautiful. It was nice and rainy and misty. Gave it the stop beeping. I don't even use WhatsApp. I don't know who's WhatsApping me. It was cold. I was like chilled to the bone, but it was a good, appreciative bone chill, you know? I really wish I could have embraced the weather a little bit more and not be run off my feet the whole time, but you know. To the kitchen, we're gonna do some baking and have some pretty fun vibes, I think. really Christmassy. little unexpected visitor. And she had a little baby. Very cute.
Ooh, nice base. Very nice. Thank you. That's lovely. That's very good. Let's go sit down, shall we?
For sure.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming on this adventure today, guys. I've had a really good time. I hope that in future I can do a few more trips and actually get to experience the trip rather than having so much to do that I don't have time to film. I got out, alright? I have to have credit for getting out. I've been trying to get out and do some filming. I did do a little bit. It wasn't amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's great. Great. I love you. You taste like dog. Toby decided he was going to lie in my lap mid-filming, so this is how it is now. He's like, good boy. Yeah, we love you. So I have to have credit for actually getting out and doing some filming. Granted, it wasn't a lot, but it's a start in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed everything we went through today, and if you've got any ideas of things that you want me to film or things that you want me to experience and then share with you guys, feel free to chuck them in the comments. I'm always open to seeing your comments. You guys have been so lovely. In the last few videos, I've had some really beautiful comments. And I just want to shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. You're a beautiful community and I'm really enjoying this journey. So I wish you all a wondrous and joyful day. Bye, friends.